Hey guys.
How you doing?
Tyler, how do I turn off my computer so it doesn't ding every time an email goes out? Because it was just going off bam, 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 and I couldn't make it stop.
An email goes out from your computer?
Well, it's
You should.
it's I guess if I close that screen, maybe that will make it stop.
That should help make it stop. If you want to leave your mail open, there should be a setting that allows you to. Uh,
On screen notifications. That's what I need off.
okay.
I tell you what, it was that was oh poor Gobby.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. I'm trying to get to this to make sure that the right one went out. Is that to Gabi? Gabi. So how are you guys today?
Well, I'm
Doing
better than
fantastic.
yesterday.
Say again?
Better than yesterday.
Well, bless your heart. Okay, I don't have time to worry about this. Okay. Wow. Y'all, putting together this expo is so much work. Oh my gosh. It's like herding cat. Like I thought getting everybody the mastermind getaway, it was easier to get people to Cancun than it is to get people to this expo. Just all the information. Different people get different information. And I just found out today that our hotel rooms expired yesterday. So, and that's the whole thing. That's why we wanted people to register early, because all of this coordination, they all have deadlines. Our coupons have deadlines. Our hotel rooms have to get the discount have deadlines. And people are like, hey, I need to book my room, but the code's saying it's not valid anymore. I'm like, yeah, because it expired yesterday. But I just found that out. So I have to let everybody know that we've got an extension until Friday to be able to get a room for $99 for a king or 2 queens for $109. But oh my goodness. And then it's just crazy, but we're really excited about it. Tyler, what do you have going on?
I don't have a lot going on right now. I'm kind of reevaluating a couple of things, refocusing on a couple of things, and seeing how that goes. I do have a couple meetings coming up, which are going to be kind of interesting. That I don't know that I'm quite ready to talk about publicly yet, but
Ooh, I love that when you say that.
kind of interesting. Yeah.
I am posting in the comments. I think I figured out why my comments weren't showing. I have to go in after it posts and make it not for children, but not restricted. And then it'll show up, but I don't know. So when do you think you might be able to talk about that?
Probably about 2 or 3 weeks.
2 or 3 weeks?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I was hoping that Keisha would be on, and so she could tell us about her deal. Let me see. Let me make sure I got Charity. Charity was asking me for the. There she is. Hi, reminder. There it is. Okay. So Charity was not Charity. Charity was asking me for the link to this yesterday. So I had to make sure she got that, but I just got it sent to her. But I had a really exciting chat with Keisha the other day, and she made an offer on a property. So we looked at the deal, and she just couldn't make it work. And I said, look, don't try to make it work. Just make your offers. The lady was not interested at all in seller financing. So she said, okay, here are my offers. With seller financing, I can do this. I'm not interested in seller financing. I understand, but I still want to present you my offers. Second offer is a little less money, but some down payment and some monthly payment. And no, I don't want to take payments. Okay, well then my cash offer is $15,000. And the lady got mad and yelled at her and hung up on her. And I said, hey, It's just one more no that gets you closer to your yes. And I don't know
Mhm.
how long it's been. It's been a couple of weeks, if not a couple of months. And she messaged me the other night and said, Karen, the lady that I made mad, that I made the offer for 15,000, she called me tonight and she's accepted my offer.
That's awesome.
So she was so excited. She was on her way yesterday to get the option contract signed and then go file it at the courthouse. But I haven't heard back from her. So I was hoping that she would. I said, make sure you send it to me first. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see how that comes out and what she's able to sell it at. And she's super excited. She's just, it's always fun whenever somebody has a deal come through. Hey, Lydia. But it's always fun whenever someone, makes the offer. They don't get the deal, but then it comes back around later and they get the deal. So, she could have paid more and she might have gotten it then, but then she would have left money on the table and it may not have been as good of a deal. So the more you pay for a house, the less your buyer pool, when you're wholesaling, it lowers your buyer pool because you're paying more. And if you can get a steal of a deal, like I hope this one is, she should be able to sell it pretty quickly and make a pretty penny. So, hello, Miss Lydia. What do you have going on? Whoops. Device not okay. So she'll be back on in a minute. So I don't think I remember to send the sponsors the invitation to join us today. Tyler, what is the date?
It's the 22nd.
Have you been to eviction court lately, Tyler?
I have not. My sister's been sick
No.
for a long time.
Does she have that the same crud like the flu and the strep? I mean, I've heard flu, strep, all kinds of stuff going around, and it's just lasting forever.
Whatever it is, it's been lingering, and but she's getting it figured out.
Good.
I hope.
Deal.
I'm living on olive extract and oregano oil.
Oregano oil and olive leaf extract is what Gabby's been taking.
What I live on. Has helped me a lot. And I took some ivermectin too. So.
Like you couldn't even hear her voice Sunday. She was horrible. Miss Lydia, what do you have going on over there?
Oh my goodness. Sorry I'm late. I've been driving around looking at properties today.
That's good.
I'm ready to buy my next one, either a flip or a rental. I just finished up a couple big projects. And I use wholesalers, so I get 50 leads a day from them. I'm kind of wading through the morass. There's one that I really like that I won't be able to see till tomorrow. That is a New Western property.
They're going to be one of our sponsors for the presenter sponsors for the event. They're working really hard to turn their reputation. Yes. So they're.
I mean, I've done.
Who are you working with? Who are you working with New Western?
A fellow named Jack, and I'm forgetting his last name, and then Ford. What is Ford's last name? I've known him for years, though I've never gotten a property with him. But his wife sold one of our properties, so that was cool.
Yeah. So you sold it to New Western, and then they sold it?
No, she's a realtor, and she just listed it. Our usual realtor was not available for about a 9-month window, and she was one of the people that we asked to help us, and she did. So she was great.
Good.
Yeah.
I had them on a call yesterday, working with Alexandra Stokes and Tyler Austin out of the Denton branch. So
I think I know Tyler. So, there's a property that I'm looking at. It's right on Ledbetter, which is Loop 12, which is the street we live on too, but we're like 50 yards back from the street and up a hill, so you can't see the road. This one's right on the road, you know. But
So
it's
what are you going to do with it?
that one we would keep as a rental. I mean, it's a good price. It's like they want 116 for it, and it's a 3-1. So unless it's a disaster, then I don't see any and it's on a big lot. So theoretically, we could divide the lot and put another house in.
Yes, that's a great idea. It's a great.
It's just, I think
strategy.
a lot of people are scared of it being right on the major road, and we're not.
Everybody's got to live somewhere.
That's a good place for a rental, and the actually you get more privacy there because you only have one neighbor.
Yeah, true.
There's a creek off to the side, so I need to check that too. Make sure it's not in a flood
zone. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, make sure you do your due diligence, and then we look forward to hearing your update.
Thanks.
The next time we see you. So you're coming to the expo, right, Lydia?
I am.
Yep. You took advantage of our special a day of, and I think we should do a special today.
I think so too.
What do you think we should do? What do you think we should do?
Let's do the yes.
No, I want to do. The yes code expired, I think, or it expires.
So bring a guest, and you get the guest can come free for today.
I'm sorry. Do the what one?
Pay for yourself and bring a guest for free.
Okay.
So BOGO basically.
BOGO. Let me see if I can.
BOGO.
Let me get in here and create that real quick. Let's do a coupon. Let's create a coupon. What do you think sounds like a good promo, Tyler? Tyler, are you on mute?
He's thinking.
Yes, I'm thinking, and I thought I was on mute, but it looked like I wasn't. I don't know. I'm not good at this promo thing.
Let's see. Let's do a. Let me see if this works. If we do 50% off, apply to specific products, add a product. Let's do add another product. Bring a friend. Where's bring a friend? There it is. Bring a friend. That'll actually give them an even bigger discount. I can't wait for this.
Okay.
Limit the date range. They can use this coupon. Let's limit it to today only. We'll give it till Friday.
Okay.
We'll make it good till Friday. Use customer-facing coupon codes. Create coupon. And then let me try it out on the website. Make sure it works. So we started a new, while I'm doing this, I'll tell you about the news. So we were trying to get some contractors to come to the expo. So we offered them a discount. Their ticket is, they still get a good price on their ticket, but they're also going to get a year of advertising on our website. And let's see, add a promo code. PI. This code isn't valid. Why? $197. Bring a friend. Applicable products. Why is that not working? Okay. Anyway, so we created it. I'll work on this in just a second.
Okay.
We created a promo where the contractor gets a year on the website of advertising, and they get a ticket to the expo. But they don't get to present, and they don't get a table, but it's their responsibility to come and network and let people know what they do. Their profession will be on their name tag. I've been doing all kinds of creative things today. We're working on a scavenger hunt. We're working on the table sponsor table, like tell them where to go, let them pick their table and all that. It's a lot of work. Lydia, what kind of suggestions do you have as far as prizes that we should be giving away at the expo? What kind of prizes would you like to see?
Well, I'm on a deep infatuation with Profit First, so copies of Profit First would be great.
Ooh, that's a great idea. Let me write that down.
Yeah. Nothing says I love you like a Home Depot gift card. That's often my go-to.
Yeah.
I love Profit First.
I do too.
I hate that.
And there's a Profit First for, excuse me, I'm having allergies of doom. There's a Profit First for real estate investors and one for realtors.
I did not know that. I've only ever read Profit First.
Yeah. So they sort of specialize it a little bit. Yeah.
Had to get a pencil. Pencil won't run out. I can break it though.
There you go.
So yeah, is that on
it's on Amazon, is as easy as
is it on Audible?
It is.
Okay, I'll have to look and see if which one I bought. I have one credit left. I'm pausing my Audible subscription. I have so many books left to listen to, and it took me so long to listen to the last two that I bought that they were stacking up. So I had to spend like 4 of them on Sunday. I went through and bought everything on my wish list. And so I've got one left. But am I the only person that pays $16.99 a month? And then I won't buy a book if it's not worth $16.99, because then I can just pay cash for it and get it for $7.99. And I hate to spend $7.99 for what I spent $16.99 for. Well,
the Audible, I love Audible.
Oh, I do
They
too.
have a backlog of freebies that you can get that makes it totally worthwhile. Like some of my favorite authors are in the free book backlog.
Well, I have like 78 books in my library, and I've listened to them all except for maybe obviously the last 4, but then I have about 4 more that are waiting to be. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got all these credits, and I'm paying $16.99 a month. I can just put it on pause, and then when I'm ready to start back up, then I just restart it.
Your public library probably has audiobooks too. The Dallas Public Library has a bunch, and you can get them right on your phone.
Can I get them online? I mean, do I have to go there to set up that account?
No, you can set it up online if you have a library card. Which I don't know if you can do that online or not.
I do not have a library card, but
probably could. I mean,
if I could do that on there, I could go look and see what they have, and then I could go get one, because I'm in Dallas sometimes.
Oh, cool! Yeah,
I can make an effort to go by there on a Saturday, maybe after a meeting. But that's a great tip. I did not know that. I knew that they had. I like going whenever I would go. They would have their book sale, and I got so many books for like $2.
Oh yeah,
books that I wanted and books that I can repurpose and re-give away to other people. I'm thinking about having a book exchange at our meetings, because so many of the books are being given out, and then they read them, and then they're ready for another one. And I thought they could just come and bring them, and we can do a book exchange.
Awesome. That's a great idea.
Yeah. One of the guys that comes regularly, he said, Karen, I've gotten 4 books and I'm on the last one and I'm ready for another one. And I said, well, you have to make sure that you come to the next meeting, but we don't have one until April, because the expo, it falls the same weekend as my meeting. So I won't have a meeting in Plano. It'll be at the expo. So great ideas. Tyler, do you have any suggestions for giveaways for the door prizes that we should be looking for the expo? You're on mute.
Naturally, I would be. I like the ideas of the books. getting things done, I think, is a great one. That would be great for the expo. Um, looking at what we're doing for impact, maybe you could look at a free month of access to the website or something like that.
Ooh.
It's a low cost thing
Mm.
that has a high value.
Uh-huh.
Um,
You
yeah,
still
that's
there?
kind of where I am. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to get this code to work. Maybe I can't, maybe it can't be on two different things. So let me go back. Coupon pie. Did I misspell it? P-I-E. Let's, oh, hang on. I think I got it. I think they have to do the bring a friend and bring a friend, add. Okay, somebody talk about something so I can figure this out.
Well, I have a question that maybe the collective wisdom knows.
Okay, go for it.
So it seems like there are different legalities that come into play if you get a multifamily that's larger than 4 units. I thought I heard that, and I'm looking at a 5-plex right now.
Okay.
Did you got this one, Gabi?
So explain a little bit more. So you want to purchase a 5-plex, which is fine.
Yeah, I'm looking at a 5-plex as one of the possible next things I'm going to buy. And I heard that there are different rules around owning something that is more than 4 units. Like 1 to 4 units is one set of laws, and 4 and 5 and above is a different set of real estate laws. And I know nothing about it. I haven't even Googled the question yet. So I'm wondering if any of y'all have experience with that.
The only thing I is for the mortgage side, but I can in Texas I can only do 1 to 4 units.
I think that's right.
That's one thing, but I as investor loan I can do a multi. That's a funny thing, as an investor I don't have to have a license to sell you a DSCR loan that has multi units, or I don't know if DSCR does multi units. I have to check into that. But you can get a multi unit loan without any problems. I did one for 10 units. So, but I didn't do it under my license. I did it under nobody's license. That's kind of the strange thing, that there are less licenses for multi-units than for the 1 to 4. I think because for 1 to 4, they still think it's a primary residence.
Right. That makes sense.
As long as you stay in the investor side of the property and don't move into it, then I think you have less guidelines.
Yeah, clear.
But I'm not 100 guarantee on it, and my brain is really not working 100%.
I think that you're right. From a mortgage point of view, it's a different class. 4 units and lower, you can get a conventional mortgage easy. Other than that, it turns into a business mortgage, like you were saying. The other thing that you get is exactly like you said with the personal housing. If it's 4 units or less, it's still considered your primary residence. And so when you're renting it out and you're living there, you can evict someone because you don't feel comfortable with them living in your primary residence, as opposed to otherwise where you wouldn't be able to do that because it's not your primary residence. So they would have to actually violate some part of the contract in order to be evicted.
Got it.
I think, yeah, that's what
and there's probably more to it than that, though, but that's all I remember.
Yeah, it might be a good idea to talk to a real estate lawyer. those answers questions because they have all the answers for things like that, and they can research it, and then you have it in writing. And if something comes and says, "Hey, you did a violation," you can provide that document.
Right, exactly. So cool.
It's always good to have everything in writing. I mean, when I have a question on a loan product, I contact my account executive, and then I get it from them in writing. And if I have the loan in underwriting, and they come back and I said, I have it in writing here. It was approved by you guys beforehand because it was still.
Right.
So that's something you always do, especially in the real estate world, to protect yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Great. And I had another question if no one else has any.
Go right ahead. I got the code to work, so go right ahead.
Cool. So if you purchase a property and it turns out that there were additions made to the property without permit, what do you have to do to deal with it? I have not done that yet, but I'm looking at a property that we're all like, yeah, that extra bathroom, I don't think it's not in the tax record. So,
well, in my experience where I have lived, that's a tough question. So the ones where I've lived, in our city up in Sherman and Denison, if you were a homeowner, you could do any of that stuff yourself. You could add rooms, and you didn't have to have permits or anything like that. But if you were an investor, then you had to pull the permits and such. So if the room was added prior to your purchasing it, like say I owned a property, I added a bathroom, or I didn't, whatever it was I did. And then, so I wasn't required to have a permit. Then I sold it to Gabi, and then Gabi now has it. And I guess it wouldn't be, I added on a bathroom. I added on a game room. I closed in a garage, whatever. So then Gabi buys it. Then she just, whenever she has her appraisal, they just add it on there. But I have heard horror stories, and I don't know if they're true. And I don't know if they've changed, but I've heard of people in counties in DFW, I'll just say it that way, that have had to tear down building or parts of, tear down those additions because they weren't permitted. So,
well, I had a client, and there was an extra kitchen that was not in an addition of the house, that was not approved by somehow. So they had to take the kitchen out. So they had to take the dishwasher out, and to make it a non-functional, and the stove out. For whatever reason, it did not make any sense. And the thing is, but they were just refinancing the house. That's how stupid it was. It was a refinance. So the best thing is making sure you always get a survey and do an appraisal. If you know that there are buildings that can do it, I would order an appraisal and make sure that your appraisal will come in with, this is okay, this is not okay, because you can use that later on. But again, I would talk to a real estate attorney about this. They have more knowledge on it, or talk to the city where the house is in and saying, this, I'm planning on buying this property. I think there have not been any permits pulled for this and this and this. Can you advise me?
Sorry. And sorry, I'm charging my phone on the edge of my chair here. You just knocked it off.
Yeah.
And when a permit is pulled and the work's completed, does that get transmitted to the tax district? Which is to say, if it's not in the tax record, does that mean?
Could be. It depends. That's usually being done by the title company. But as long as the permits have been pulled, the same thing, like if you put a new roof on the house, they have to pull a permit to put a roof on the house. So that's how you can track who did the work. in
Gotcha.
case it happens. So I would
Yeah.
go and ask. It's a public records, so you should be able to pull the permits on it, and also ask them the question, saying, "Hey, I'm interested. This is what I not see on the tax record, but
Yeah.
this is what I see when I walk into the house.
Mhm.
What do I need to pay attention to?"
Yeah. Gotcha.
Tyler, did you post that?
Yep, that was me, apparently. I did not realize
Oh,
that I
I
had the ability to post comments like that. So I
made
apologize for that.
I made you a team
Co-host.
member on my StreamYard. But I'm
Okay.
over here thinking, holy crap, is somebody spamming this and they're on my account? Okay, thank you for that.
No, that was me. So the link that I just posted in the chat there, it actually specifically talks about the laws for the fair housing practices, and then it talks about exempting certain housing based on number of families living there independently, that kind of thing. It is 100% legalese, so again, it's good to talk to a lawyer. It might be a good
We are not attorneys.
reference for you to look at.
Yeah, that's yeah. Nor do we play them on TV.
Exactly. Well,
it's really funny. I, honest to God, didn't know you needed a permit for a new roof. I think in Dallas that's optional. I think in Dallas most permits are optional.
So we didn't know a long time ago that you needed permits for windows.
I think you need to stop telling me things.
I did. I have a good one. I have a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say where because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But I was at a house, at one of our houses. I think the city called and said, "Are you doing a rehab over here?" And I was like, "No, we're done with it. Like, what's the problem?" And he said, "I need to walk through your property. I heard that y'all did all kinds of stuff that was illegal." I was like, "We just made it pretty. I mean, there is nothing in there that we did wrong. Yeah. I'm on my way." So I went over and I was walking to the house and he was looking at it. And I said, "Look, like we did a lot of work in here, but it was all like we painted, we replaced flooring, we tiled some showers, da 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 da. I don't know what we did here that's illegal." He was like, "Did you replace that faucet in the sink?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. It was ugly." And he said, "That's plumbing. You need a permit." And I was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that." And he said, "Well, I'm not going to turn you in this time. Just make sure that you do it from now on." I was like, it's a faucet. Like we didn't mess with the plumbing. We just changed the faucet." And he said, "And I'm not even going to talk about these ceiling fans, which I know you changed. I know that's electrical, but just know that in the future that you need to have that." And I'm like, "Dude, you have shut down our rehabs."
It has happened to Tim.
Yeah.
On the house that Catherine is in right now.
Yeah.
That they had to pull the bathtub back out and had to get a professional plumber in there.
We had to cut the tile around our, like where our manifold was in our shower. We had to cut the tile out on a rehab. I mean, these are just things you learn, y'all. This is not something I did recently. This was like way back in the beginning. We just didn't know. And we didn't realize that changing out the shower, we just made it, we changed the fixture in the diverter, this thing that you, is it a diverter on the shower? I know
whatever it is.
Anyway, whatever this thing is that makes the water turn off and on, we had to cut around it, take the tile out, have the city inspect it, retile it. Fortunately,
Do you now pull permits for ceiling fans?
No, well, it gets pulled. That gets pulled in the entire
electrical.
Yeah. So whenever when we're doing a full rehab, or they're in the county and they don't have to have a permit, but we still want to make sure it's done right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do because they can come in and shut you down.
Wow.
halt all existence of anything there, and the crew's standing around going, "What do we do now?" So.
Yes, I do. I mean, we want to work with everybody.
Yeah, and it's for your safety, so it's not a big deal. And most of the time, it's just for money anyway. But
yes.
it's especially electrical. You definitely want to get permits for electrical. I mean, I had a plumber replace the plumbing in my yard of the house I lived in
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, I don't think that's right. It doesn't look like it's going all downhill. Looks like that doesn't look right. And I'm a chick and it doesn't look right. And he's like, oh no, it's fine. And this guy got fired like immediately.
Oh yeah.
And he wanted to cover it up and get paid. And we were like, no, like the city needs to come inspect it and sign off. He's like, I didn't pull a permit. Why didn't you pull a permit? At this point, we knew, and he knew. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's Friday, it's 5:30, and I need to get paid. I need to pay my guys. And they're like yelling in the street. So he got fired that day. I called the city out to come inspect it on Monday. And she's like, no. And I'm a chick. Don't quote me on this. But it was something about each pipe couldn't be more than so many feet long. Because then you end up with a whole bunch of pipes. I'm sorry, couldn't be less than certain feet long. And I want to say they were 8 foot and they needed to be at least 12 foot sewer pipe. And he had a whole bunch of 8-foot pipes, like all the way out to the main. And she's like, this fails inspection. And she's like, oh, and by the way, there was no permit pulled. And I'm like, yes, we have a new plumber coming. And I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't approved before I pay the guy that did this work. And I said, I will pay him for digging up the line, but I'm not paying him for the pipe. And I'm like, you can come pick up your pipe. We took it out. It's being replaced. It's got to be 12-foot sections or whatever it was. And the other plumber came out, fixed it in no time, and it looked right, and he graded it correctly, and it worked fine. But people will try to get away with ridiculous stuff.
Oh, yes.
So, Lydia, so where you said you used wholesalers to find your deals.
Yeah,
where are you looking? Because Tyler happens to be a wholesaler.
Yep, Southern Dallas County.
Southern Dallas County. You don't work in Southern Dallas County, right, Tyler, or do you?
Not at the moment. Still focusing on Tarrant County.
Tarrant, cool. I'll take southeastern Tarrant as well. I've got some Grand Prairie properties edging over into Arlington. So,
Lydia, what cities are those?
Yeah, so Balch Springs, Southern Dallas, DeSoto, Duncanville, Cedar Hill, Grand Prairie, Arlington. Am I missing any?
Are you going to? Are you familiar with Backflip?
Yeah, they're going to finance my next deal.
Okay. Have you gone to any of their little meetups?
I have.
Okay, good. I was the last 2 have been in DeSoto, and I'm like, I'm going.
No, I'm off their list somehow. Then I need to tell them because
you need to be. It's their women's networking.
Yeah, I missed the last one because
it's on Meetup. But I said I was going, and I got ready, and I went to walk out the door, and it was 2 hours for me, and I'm like, wow. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah.
But I went to the one that they had, the burgers and flips that they had in Dallas, and that was really cool. I want to see if I can get them to do some group walkthroughs with us, the kind of the same thing that they're doing, but promote it to my group so that we can get some walkthroughs done. Get these people out there, my attendees out there walking through some properties and learning what it takes. So
cool. Let me check back in.
Yeah. Tyler, are you going to be at the expo?
I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it right now. We've got my brother coming in from Hawaii that exact weekend. So I may not be able to make it to the expo because of that.
You doing okay?
He's doing good. I think he's coming in just to visit some friends, and he's going to be staying with me during that time. So it should be fun.
How was poker night?
Poker night was chaotic.
we do poker night too. That's great.
Poker night was fun, but it was hard to keep control because people kept talking, and there's nothing wrong with talking unless you're not paying attention to the game and it doesn't continue moving forward.
Yeah, right.
So, but we got through it. Everyone had a good time. Everyone loved it. Everyone got a little tipsy. Stayed at the house afterwards.
Every time I open champagne. I'm like, I've got to
We've done that.
I've got to get a video at this year's mastermind getaway. We'll have make sure we get a video and pictures of you. Well, you can't take your sword with you. I guess you could put it in your.
Sure, I can. You got to check it in though.
They have They have a bottle of champagne in all of our rooms. And last year, people weren't even drinking them. And I'm like, I'll take it. And I stopped by and picked up people's champagne. I'm like, I'll drink it all night.
Mhm.
I mean, I can go to the bar and get a glass of champagne, yes, but nothing beats popping that cork. So
yes, but I really would
No,
like
I
to
agree.
meet Aiden. Aiden is a great person that I think would be great for you to meet. What do you think, Karen?
Tyler to meet Aiden. Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm getting him to speak at my group probably in. Looks like Lydia. Are you going to speak in July?
So that's one of the reasons I jumped on. I can't do the 8th. So it may need to be a different month because the other one's the 1st, which is right before the 4th of July. So I have an immovable object on the 8th.
What do y'all think? If my meeting in July is on July 1st and then the 4th is on Tuesday, do you think a lot of people will be out of town on that July 4th weekend, but July 1st and 2nd for the 4th?
Is Monday an off day? Then yes.
Well, are they going to be off the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th? The 3rd is not an off day, just the 4th.
I think so. I think a lot of people
Or
will
should
be.
we do it the weekend before in June? June
Yeah.
26th. That's what I did last year. I did June 25th instead of July.
Yeah, it'd be June 24th. Yeah.
June 26th. Oh, I'm in August. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong month.
24.
June 24th. Do you want to speak that day, Lydia?
Love to.
Okay, I'll put you down for June 24th. And then let me go do that before I forget. And then I'll see about getting Aiden to speak the first weekend in August. That's how far I'm booked out.
Good. That's
Cool.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But I really wish you could meet him if you can. But he's only going to be there anyway Friday night. So if you can sneak up there on Friday night, I would love you to meet him. I think you're gonna you're gonna connect very well.
Okay. This Friday night?
No, March 3rd.
March 3rd.
March 3rd. Okay.
Yeah, he's only gonna be there on the 3rd. But I would like for you to meet him. I think it can take you to another level.
Yeah.
And
All right. Yeah.
I always like to connect people to put them in a better position. But Aiden has a lot of he's a very special person. It's kind of nice to meet people like that.
Like he has so much knowledge for all the different ways that you can. Lydia, how many rental properties do you have?
8 right now.
Okay, so what he was saying is, you've heard of cost segregation, like in multifamily.
I don't know the term.
Okay, so this is why he was explaining it, and this is not my field of expertise. I'm just going by what he taught us the other night in Denton. So usually they do cost segregation in like apartments, multifamily. So so when you depreciate a property, you depreciate it over 27 and a half years. With cost segregation, you go in and you depreciate over 5, 7, and 12 years, depending on how long the lifeline is of that part. So instead of doing your property as a whole, you can, like your windows obviously would last that long, but your flooring, like your carpet, would not. So they may depreciate that over 5 years. And so they'll take that part out. And I don't know how cost segregation works, but this is just my understanding.
Yeah, that's
that your carpet expense, if you redo all the carpet in your property, then that can be expensed or depreciated over the 5 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so they'll actually do it by rental property. So if you have if you have more than, did he say, you weren't there, Gabi was sick. I want to say he said these are things that pick up when you have like more than X amount, more than 2 or 3 rental properties, that it might be beneficial to do a cost segregation analysis to see what you can depreciate smaller or for less than 27 and a half years. I wish he was on because he's not. I mean, but he's not. But he's going to be at the expo, so you'll.
That sounds really interesting.
Yeah, and
Add on it. Also, what you need to do is I need your phone number so Karen can give me that later. And I'm gonna get you to get with somebody else who does insurance for commercial, that you can pop insurance, basically properties in and out what you need. It's like what we have about 9 or 10, whatever Tim has right now. And what we do is basically we add a property. We just call them up, say, hey, you need to add this property into the, you need to remove this, we just sold this one, and they just give us basically, they just add it or subtract it, and you have better coverage and you save money. They saved us a lot of money on the coverage of our insurance.
Great. Yeah, I'd be interested. I'm shopping around insurance right now, and
perfect timing then.
Yeah.
Lydia, there's Gabby's number if you want to text her your number.
Yeah.
Text her
And
I
thought I posted.
It's gonna be a little bit.
Like you put it in the private chat.
I'm gonna have to
Lydia,
but 704-7065. Just text me and I will call you back later on.
No problem.
Explain it to you, because after this call I'm gonna have to return 2 phone calls and then I'm gonna be
I'm out after this too. It's Lydia.
So you were asking earlier, you were talking earlier about the real estate attorney. If you don't have one, let me see if I can find, did I already put them on here? Yes, there it is. Christian Alva. So this is a real estate attorney. He works for Byers and Taylor. They're real estate attorneys. And how do I get Gobbies off of there?
I got you.
It showed up at the bottom of the screen. I just snagged a picture of it.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, got it.
So Christian Alva works for Byers and Taylor. They're real estate attorneys, title company, escrow, that kind of thing. And they're very investor friendly. And so they may be able to help you with the question about the non-permitted part house of the house.
Especially, yes, because they're an attorney in the title company and they deal with this all day long. That's a good way to go. Absolutely.
And they close subject twos and creative deals. So,
are they coming to our expo?
Yes, they are actually going to be presenters at the expo.
Oh, great.
Awesome.
Christian and Jenna Honeycutt. So
that's
excited to hear from them.
Awesome.
Do we have an agenda of the
As a matter of fact, we do. I was just asking about that. Does anybody have any recommendations on how to save? Because this is not correct. I'm working on this, and this is not correct. But it's a lot of work to get these changed around. It's on Eventbrite. Like that was the only place I saw that I could do a schedule. But what is a good way to share a schedule with? I sent that in a private chat because I don't want that to go out on the web because it's on Eventbrite and I'm still messing with it. So some of the names are wrong and some of the, but I'm trying to work out the schedule. That way I can let the speakers know when they're speaking and then let the attendees know, like, this is our agenda. Maybe just on an Excel spreadsheet and print it out. I don't know. Does anybody know an easy way to do
it? At the event? I mean, does Meetup let you attach a document?
Well, I mean, I can hand out the document.
Oh yeah.
But I don't. But I got to make the document. So maybe just on Word and just print it out.
I would.
Oh, look what we're doing. So we're having a scavenger hunt at the expo, and you'll have to go around to each of the presenter sponsors, and each of the sponsors, and pick up your clue. Like this is the. Oh, I just gave you the answers. This is the final sheet, but then you'll go around and you'll pick up labels with the clue written on it or typed on it, and then stick it on there. And once you get it filled up, you get entered in for a prize.
We love prizes.
Yeah. So maybe I need to go to
it isn't letting me look at it. It says I don't have access.
Yeah, I have the same problem.
Because we're on manage events. I'm sorry. Let me go back to view event. but there it is. Okay. Sorry. View your event.
View the event.
CC Senor. Okay. There you go. But I don't have, I don't think I could, I don't remember if I could offer discounts on Eventbrite. That's why I have it on there because it automatically goes on there. All my meetings automatically go on there. But it had an agenda, a place where I could go and put all the agenda. You have to scroll past all the information and then it should be at the bottom. But we have Randy Hughes coming in. He's going to be our speaker in May. He's doing an all day, special meeting like our subject to meeting. And he's going to be talking about land trust in May. So he's going to be popping in. He happens to be in town in March. And so he's going to pop by and hang out with us for a little bit and give a little speech and do some question and answers, because then they wouldn't need to come to his meeting in May. So, okay. Let's see. Gosh, we've almost been on here an hour. So if nobody has anything else, we can go ahead and drop off. But if anybody has any other questions.
I had one quick expo. I had two quick questions.
Sure.
One with the expo. Are sessions being recorded? Because I may not be able to be at Friday night till later.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We need to. Let me check with my with our audiovisual guy and see if he can do it. If he could record it, because that would be a great way we could offer it to people that couldn't attend the whole time. We may have to do like an extra fee for that or something, but it's going to be great. We're going to have. Let me go through those real quick. We'll end this with a. What was your other question while I'm pulling it up?
Do we have the dates for the beach getaway trip?
We do not. We do not. They're not. It's not yet. Okay, that's still my sample one. That means this is the old one. Let me take this off. Remove. It keeps all the other ones that I've had on there, and I can't tell which is the most recent. All right, we'll see if this is it. The getaway, is that what you're talking about, Lydia? Was that your second question?
Yep.
The getaway, Dennis and Norma just got back from Mexico, looking at some things and looking at some options. But right now, her concern is that the airfare is so expensive right now for that time of year. She likes to kind of book our travel when the flights are less expensive.
Sure.
Usually in the end of September, 1st of October, it's cheaper, but for some reason right now it's really high.
Yeah, I think everything is high. So
she's a real deal getter. So she'll keep going until she gets us the right deal. So,
cool.
Okay, so we'll go over our sponsors real quick. Does this say slide 2 on y'all's screen right here? Anywhere?
Yeah.
It has Christian Alva is still on the bottom, so I can't see the bottom of the image.
Let me take Christian off there. Hi. Okay. So we have quest. Can you see it all now?
Yes.
Yeah. It does not say page 2 on my.
Okay, good deal. It's just whenever I'm over it, so it's telling me to. I'm going to go down here and do that. Okay, so we have Quest Trust coming to talk about investing in real estate with your self-directed IRA. What? Oh, I'm on the wrong one. There we go. All right. That's the link to, or that's the image to scan if you want to buy a ticket. But otherwise, I posted the link in the chat. In the comments section of this live channel. And hopefully it'll show up. But if not, just call me 903-445-6023. Anyway, you can scan that and enter the promo code PI. And what I did was I did 50% off. And so what that means is they not only get their ticket for $97, but their bring a friend for $97 is now $47. So they can get a ticket and bring a friend all for $147. And I made this good through Friday, this Friday night at midnight, February 24th at midnight. So if you put in the code PIE, P-I-E, you'll get 50% off of your ticket.
Cool.
Okay. Next slide. So we have Tim Lockhart with Blazing Star Capital coming and talking about asset-based lending, but he'll also he'll actually be talking about mining for leads, how you find your deals. We've got our very own Gabi Lockhart with American Mortgage talking about using mortgages for your investment properties, like the DSCR loan. Gabi, you want to say anything else about that?
Well, I'm also going to show you why you should use other people's money that using your personal money for buying a house. So I'm going to explain that part also, because there's a great scenario that we have, and I'm going to show that because and then
always want to use other people's money.
Always.
Yes.
Never use your own.
That's right. We have New Western coming and talking about using them for acquisitions, acquiring your properties, or dispositions, selling your properties. So that's a really a good feature that they have. I didn't even know that they did that. So that's great. We have a Methodical Platforms. This is Aiden Ibarra. Aiden has they have a really cool analytical software that they're kicking off later this year, and it does like a deep analysis, and is especially good if you have like commercial properties with 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units and different square foot sizes and all this kind of stuff. It takes all that kind of stuff into consideration. So we're excited about that. They also have a solar company. He also shows you how you can write that off, write off your solar system. He also has, he works for a CPA, Michelle Beck CPA. He is a CPA. He's also, they also have a wealth management business and an insurance company. And I think he said he's like, he has his hand in like 8 different companies. So,
yeah.
But they all complement each other, and he's an investor. So he speaks our language. Backflip. This is a free app that you can download, and it'll give you the ARV instantly. It looks up the comps for you. Then you can go in and look at the comps that it chose and either add the ones that they didn't include or take out ones that they did include. All sorts of other stuff. They have a Driving for Dollars app. They have a where you can estimate the rehab, all kinds of things. They also do loans. I think, Lydia, I think you said you were using them for one of your loans, and that's been a pretty easy process with them.
Yeah, I set up to do it, and then the deal fell through, but at the time, the process was super simple. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
We have August REI coming. They do note servicing. So especially my favorite part about August REI is that at tax or 1099 time, they send out the 1099s to your borrowers that they send out the 1099 interest paid to your borrowers. So if you're doing owner finance or wrap mortgages and you're needing to have your notes serviced, they're the ones to go to, and they send out those 1099s for you instead of you having to figure out how much the interest was paid that year and all that stuff and send it out. So I like that. Accruit, they are it's right there, 1031 exchange qualified intermediary. So if you're using 1031 exchanges, you do not want to touch the money yourself. That's not how the process works. So the money has to be held by a 1031 qualified intermediary. And so he's going to be there talking about that. That's Ronnie Sterling. And then I'm going to be talking about using using a real simple CRM to keep up with the chaos of your business and your rental properties and all that good stuff, leads, buyers. We've got Jimmy John's sponsoring the food, and I'm missing some because I have some new ones. We also have Priority Maintenance is coming to talk about hiring them to handle your commercial and residential maintenance needs in Denton and Wichita Falls. And PMI, which is short-term rental property management. We got PMI Tyler and PMI Big Tex. So that whether you're in the East Texas market or the DFW market, they got you handled. Who did I miss? Seems like
Well, the construction company is actually going all the way down to Fort Worth. They are expanding into Dallas, Fort Worth.
Oh, good deal. We also have Be Happy Building, RVP Insurance, Zeus Exteriors, Boston Title, OT Investments. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. So, and of course, all the Real Impact family will be there. We'll have Dennis will be there for a little while, or he may be there the whole time. I don't know. I know he'll be there at the beginning of the day, both days, and then we'll have Roger there, Tim and Gabi from Wichita Falls and Denton, David and Vivi from HEB, myself from Plano, and Eric Short from Grand Prairie, and Doug and Renee Toon from Longview, and Roger Pascal from Lindale, Tyler. So we've got all that. Except for Tyler, not our Tyler. Our Tyler won't be there. Our Tyler will be hobnobbing it up with his brother and playing, what do you call that? Where you take people around to show them stuff?
Tour guide.
Tour guide. You'll be playing tour guide. So.
Oh, I have a good tour for you to go to the expo. Friday.
Yeah, to the expo Friday night. We'll be in the lobby at 9.
I'm sure I'll be able to stop by and at least say hi. But I don't think I'll be able to attend for very much.
And bring your brother, bring your sister, all that good stuff. So, all right, guys. Well, that's all I have.
Karen, can I get your phone number? You said it real fast earlier, and
yes.
And I promise not to prank call you. Okay.
Don't spam me. I swear. I've gotten a lot of traction on my website because I used to not even hardly use it. And since we put the expo on the website, a lot of traction. I'm telling you, at least every morning I wake up to at least 3 companies trying to get my SEO up. I'm like, what? No, I'm good. So I'm like, block. I used to just ignore them, but now it's just irritating me. Almost as bad as the people that send me Facebook friend requests. And when I go to check out their profiles, they've got the pictures of the skinny girl and the fat girl and the latest diet fad. And I'm like, you too? No, no. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I'm like, are you saying I'm fat? Are you calling me fat?
Mm-hmm.
But there's my number. Feel free to text me your name so that I can save you to my phone. I probably already have you in my phone, actually.
I will.
I'm almost positive I have you in my phone. Lydia, I get it, but I will when you send me a text.
All right.
Okay, so the website you can go to realimpactplano.com and click on Building Your Dream Team Expo and get your tickets. And we do have a couple of sponsor tables left. I think we have 4, if I'm not mistaken. Was that you, Lydia? Yes, got it. I'll save you as soon as this is over. And then if you'll use the code PIE, P-I-E, you'll save 50% off your tickets and your Bring a Friend tickets. And I haven't done that special yet. So, always trying to think of new specials. And if you are a contractor that is looking to attend the expo and promote your business, not as a sponsor, but as an attendee, and then get listed on our website, then make sure that you get with me. And I don't think I can show that picture. But anyway, make sure you get with me. Give me a call. Shoot me an email. Create banner. My email is Karen@realimpactplano.com. Add the banner. Where is it? Karen@realimpactplano.com. Shoot me an email and I'll make sure that the information gets sent over to you. It's a great way to get some advertising and get yourself in front of real estate investors. And because we are always getting asked, do you have, like right now, this week I've gotten asked, do you have an appraiser in East Texas? Do you have a real estate attorney in East Texas? And I said, well, the real estate attorneys can work anywhere. And so, by the way, that title company I told you about earlier, Byers and Taylor with Christian Alva, they can actually close deals in all of Texas. So you don't have to go find another title company because you have a property in a different area. But anyway, so yeah, that's it. Give me a call. Send me a text. Make a phone call. I don't listen to voicemail, so don't leave me a voicemail. Just text me and or send me an email, and I'll be happy to get you that information. Okay, guys. March 3rd and 4th, Denton,
Okay.
Texas, building your real estate investing dream team expo.
All
right.
right.
We'll see y'all then. Actually, I'll see y'all next week, but on this call next week. But see you in person
right.
on March 3rd and 4th. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.